These are 20 common mistakes you're making in Fortnite. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video, as the last tip is the best tip. Number 1, not building. Building is a fundamental aspect of Fortnite gameplay, essential for defense, mobility, and securing high ground advantage. Neglecting to build structures can leave players vulnerable to enemy attacks and limit their ability to navigate the map efficiently. Building can provide crucial cover during fights, allowing players to outmaneuver opponents and gain tactical advantages. Without utilizing building mechanics effectively, players risk being at a significant disadvantage in battles, especially in late-game scenarios where the ability to build quickly and strategically can determine the outcome of the match. Number 2, ignoring materials. Gathering building materials is crucial for ensuring survivability and success in Fortnite. Failing to collect enough materials throughout the game can leave players ill-equipped for late-game encounters where building plays a pivotal role in securing victory. Building materials serve as a currency for constructing defensive structures, ramps for mobility, and platforms for gaining height advantage. Without an adequate supply of materials, players may find themselves unable to react quickly to enemy attacks or unable to build sufficient defenses, putting them at a severe disadvantage in engagements. Number 3, poor positioning. Positioning is paramount in Fortnite, as being caught in the open without cover or in unfavorable positions leave players vulnerable to enemy fire and ambushes. Optimal positioning allows players to control engagements, dictate the pace of battles, and minimize their exposure to enemy threats. Failing to prioritize positioning can result in unnecessary damage taken, missed opportunities for eliminations, and ultimately premature exits from matches. Players should constantly strive to maintain advantage positions, utilizing cover, terrain, and height to their advantage to increase their chances of survival. Number 4, overlooking healing items. Medkits, bandages, and shields are essential resources in Fortnite that can significantly impact a player's survivability and combat effectiveness. Ignoring the importance of healing items and failing to prioritize their acquisition can leave players vulnerable during engagements and susceptible of being eliminated by opponents. Properly managing healing items can mean the difference between surviving intense fights and being eliminated early in matches. Players should always be mindful of their health and shield levels, ensuring they have sufficient healing items to sustain themselves throughout the game. Number 5, looting slowly. While looting is an essential aspect of Fortnite, spending too much time focused on gathering loot can leave players vulnerable to ambushes and enemy encounters. Looting slowly can result in players being caught off guard by approaching enemies or being caught in the storm's path, leading to unnecessary damage or even eliminations. Players must maintain situational awareness while looting, keeping an eye out for potential threats, and staying mindful of your surroundings. Efficient looting involves quickly assessing loot drops, prioritizing essential items, and swiftly moving on to the next location to minimize exposure to danger. Number 6, failing to reload. It's a common oversight to enter battles without fully reloading weapons or with low ammo reserves. This mistake can prove costly, as many players may find themselves unable to capitalize on opportunities or defend themselves effectively. Failing to reload can lead to crucial moments of vulnerability during engagements where every shot counts. Developing the habit of regularly checking and reloading weapons before engaging in combat is essential for maintaining readiness and maximizing combat effectiveness. Number 7, not communicating. Effective communication with teammates in Fortnite is key to the success, especially in squad-based modes. Failing to communicate can result in missed opportunities, missed coordination, and ultimately defeat. Whether it's coordinating strategies, sharing information about enemy positions, or calling out for assistance, clear and concise communication is vital for staying one step ahead of opponents. Players should utilize voice chat, pings, or other communication tools to ensure everyone is on the same page and working towards a common goal. Number 8, rushing without a plan. Engaging in fights impulsively without assessing the situation or having a strategy is a common mistake that can lead to unnecessary losses. Rushing blindly into battles can leave players vulnerable to ambushes, outnumbered situations, or superior opponents. Before engaging, players should take a moment to evaluate their surroundings, consider their options, and formulate a plan of action. Having a clear strategy in mind increases the likelihood of success and reduces the risk of being caught off guard. Number 9, underestimating storm damage. Ignoring the storm's damage can result in unnecessary health loss and ultimately elimination from the match. The storm in Fortnite is a constant threat that gradually reduces players' health if they remain outside its safe zone. Underestimating the storm's damage or neglecting to prioritize movement towards the safe zone can lead to disastrous consequences. Players should always be mindful of the storm's position, movement speed, and the remaining time, ensuring they stay ahead of the encroachment to maintain their health and survival. Number 10, lack of map awareness. Not paying attention to the storm's movement or the map in general can leave players unprepared and vulnerable during matches. Map awareness is essential for making informed decisions, planning rotations, and avoiding potential dangers such as a storm or enemy hotspots. Failing to keep track of the map can result in being caught out of position, missing opportunities for strategic and make players easy targets for observant opponents. Being predictable in Fortnite allows enemies to anticipate movements, set up ambushes, or counter strategies effectively. Varying movement tactics and playstyle keep opponents guessing and makes it more challenging for them to predict actions. Players should strive to remain unpredictable, adapting their approach to each situation and keeping adversaries on their toes. Number 12. Ignoring sound cues. Sound cues are crucial in Fortnite, providing valuable information about nearby enemy locations, movements, and actions. Disregarding footsteps, gunfire, or other audio indicators can leave players unaware of potential threats and vulnerable to surprise attacks. By paying attention to sound cues, players can anticipate enemy movements, plan their engagements, and gain the upper hand in battles. Ignoring sound cues not only diminishes situational awareness, but also limits players' ability to react effectively to changing circumstances on the battlefield. Number 13. Overlooking sniper sightlines. Sniper rifles are powerful long-range weapons in Fortnite, capable of dealing significant damage and eliminating opponents with precision shots. However, exposing oneself to a sniper fire by not utilizing cover effectively can be a fatal mistake. Failing to consider sniper sightlines and positioning oneself in open areas or predictable locations make players easy targets for skilled snipers. To avoid becoming a victim of sniper fire, players should prioritize utilizing cover, unpredictable movement, and strategic positioning to minimize exposure and increase their chances of survival. Number 14. Not managing inventory. Effective inventory management is essential for optimizing gameplay and maximizing efficiency in Fortnite. Carrying unnecessary items or failing to prioritize essential ones can hinder a player's ability to adapt to different situations and respond effectively to threats. Players should regularly assess their inventory, discarding redundant items and prioritizing resources, healing items, and weapons that suit their playstyle and current needs. By maintaining a well-organized inventory, players can streamline their gameplay experience and improve their overall performance on the battlefield. Number 15. Poor weapon selection. Choosing weapons that don't suit the situation or playstyle can severely impact a player's effectiveness in combat. Each weapon in Fortnite has unique strengths and weaknesses, and selecting the wrong weapon for a given situation can leave players at a disadvantage. Whether it's engaging in close quarters combat, long-range engagements, or building structures, players should carefully consider their weapon choices and adapt them to match the circumstances they encounter. Poor weapon selection not only diminishes players' combat capabilities, but also limits their versatility and ability to outmaneuver opponents. Number 16. Wasting resources. Building materials are precious commodities in Fortnite, essential for constructing defensive structures, navigating the map, and gaining tactical advantages in combat. However, using materials excessively without purpose can leave players vulnerable and unprepared for future engagements. Wasting resources on unnecessary structures or excessive building can deplete players' material reserves and leave them defenseless in critical moments. To avoid wasting resources, players should practice resource management, prioritizing efficient building techniques and conserving materials whenever possible to ensure they have an adequate supply for later stages of the game. Number 17. Lack of adaptability. Fortnite is a dynamic game that requires players to constantly adapt their strategies based on opponents' tactics and evolving game circumstances. Failing to adjust strategies accordingly can result in missed opportunities, failed engagements, and ultimately defeat. Whether it's reacting in changes in the storm's movement, countering opponents' playstyles, or adapting to new weapons and items, players should remain flexible and open to adjusting their approach as needed. Lack of adaptability not only limits players' ability to succeed, but also makes them predictable and easier to outmaneuver by more versatile adversaries. Number 18. Panicking under pressure. In intense moments of gameplay such as high-stakes engagements or when under heavy fire, panicking and making rush decisions can lead to costly mistakes. Panic-induced errors such as misjudging situations, missing shots, or making poor tactical choices can significantly impact a player's performance and increase their vulnerability to defeat. To avoid panicking under pressure, players should remain calm, composed, and focus on executing their strategies effectively. Practicing mindfulness, maintaining situational awareness, and staying confident in winnability can help players overcome panic and perform at their best even in the most challenging situations. Number 19. Failing to aim properly. Precision and accuracy are critical in Fortnite, as successful eliminations often hinge on landing well-aimed shots on opponents. Missing shots due to poor aim or recoil can allow adversaries to retaliate and turn the tide of the battle in their favor. To improve aim and ensure consistent accuracy, players should practice some aiming techniques, familiarize themselves with weapon mechanics, and adjust sensitivity settings to suit their preferences. Failing to aim properly not only reduces players' effectiveness in combat, but also limits their ability to secure eliminations and contribute to their team's success. And the last and final mistake is not analyzing mistakes. Learning from past errors and continuously improving gameplay is essential for long-term success in Fortnite. Neglecting to analyze mistakes and identify areas for improvement can hinder players' growth and development as they miss opportunities to refine their skills and strategies. By actively reflecting on gameplay experiences, recognizing patterns of mistakes, and seeking feedback from others, players can gain valuable insights into their performance and take proactive steps to address weaknesses. Not analyzing mistakes not only impedes players' progress, but also prevents them from reaching their full potential and achieving success in Fortnite. If you need help with fixing any of these mistakes, check out the other videos on my channel. They cover almost every mistake on this video. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment of a video idea down below. Peace, guys.